Spain's new porn passport is coming soon. A city in Germany has renamed themselves after Taylor Swift upon her arrival. And paramedics advise not to shoot fireworks from your orifices. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast. I'm your host, Jonesy. I have 3 weird news segments from this week from across the globe. Let's go. Spain's new porn passport is coming this summer. I'm going to try not to pop the P's in this story, guys, but there's going to be a few because it's about a porn passport in Spain. I don't know what a porn passport is. Is that for your travel porn? Is that to get on some porn cruises? Welcome to Epstein's Island. We would like to stamp your porn passport, please. Epstein's Island, Jonesy, how could you make such a deplorable reference? I don't know, guys. Sometimes it happens. Please forgive me. Could you find it in your heart to forgive me? Let's find out what's going on here with this porn passport. I don't even know what it is, but it says heavy online users of porn will receive alerts if they access porn websites too much under this Spanish government's new plans. Oh, they're going to alert your porn activity? Well, I don't know. Have you ever heard of a VPN, guys? You ever heard of a VPN? What are you doing? Is this paid for by a VPN company? The messages will tell users that they have to renew their digital passport in order to avoid being tracked in their porn usage. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, man. Ask Big Brother if you can have a wank? Is that what's going on in Spain? Big Brother, could I please have some wank time? Your digital passport has been canceled. Well, in a related story, dirty magazine sales are making a comeback in Spain. VHS porn is back, guys. It's back, baby. 80s rule. Get your porn on the roadside. That's what's going to be happening. Meet some shady dude at a Radio Shack parking lot for your porn, your VHS porn. This initiative is part of the new digital wallet app, which is intended to preserve a user's anonymity when viewing porn, while at the same time verifying their age. The most impressive part about that is I almost pronounced anonymity correctly on the first try. Users anonymity. Hey, here's a good idea. Let's put an NYM. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do an NONYM, all next to each other. Scrunch them together. Oh, nice little word biscuit. That's good for pronouncing. That's good for people who have to read the news. Good job, everybody. That's good for spelling bees. People are going to pass that one. Anonymity when viewing porn while at the same time verifying their age. Now, listen, if you're verifying someone's age, how is that anonymous? You're obviously requiring them through their digital wallet to provide ID, so now you know who they are. So this is not anonymous in any way whatsoever. You know who's watching porn. My question is, why would you want to monitor the people who are watching porn? Who gives a damn? Don't you have bigger problems and bigger issues? The Spanish government, like all governments, have bigger issues than this. It just strikes me as being such foolish behavior for governments to do such things. And there's been some states in the U.S. who want to, ban porn. And I just think that's a stupid way to spend your resources and time. This is all about central government not doing what the people want at the end of the day. The people really don't want that. These are people who have in government, they have their own agendas, and then they bring that to a place where that their agenda should be out the door, bro. You're being paid to work for the people. Your agenda should be out the door. That's why you're accepting a paycheck. You're a representative, bro. You're a representative of what? Of people and their needs and their wants. After all, they're paying you. And then when you bring your own personal crap to it, that's when you should be out. You should be out. They should fire these people, not just fire. I covered a story yesterday, government gonna remove people who are lying. You should remove people who have bringing their own personal agendas to centralized government, lawmakers like that, who are helping out their own constituents and their own personal friends. And, companies that like to give them a little kickback, that sort of crap. Anyways, I got to stop. I'm really sweating in this closet. All right, back to the porn passport. Starting later this summer, adults must give their credentials using their electronic identification, digital certificate, or something called the CLOVE system in order to enjoy pornographic sites based in Spain. Well, how many pornographic sites are based in Spain? One? I don't know. Oh, I had no idea Spain was such a big pornographic site hub. I think like Eastern Europe is like where most of these sites are. Spain, porn. I don't think this is a thing. It says once your age is verified, the system will issue a pack of 30 tokens. Oh, your porn tokens, your wank tokens. Could I please have some more touch me tokens? Could I please have some more diddly between my leggities tokens? Could I please? Please, Spain. These are valid for 30 days, these tokens, after which it will be necessary to prove your age once again. This is so stupid. Must prove your age once again. Are you still 32? Or did you go backwards? We need to know. Some people go from 32 to 16. They cut in half. Are you a 32-year-old, but maybe this week you've decided to identify as a 12-year-old? Well, you'll have to prove your age again every 30 days if you'd like to get your Touch Me tokens. Now, these little happy ending tokens will be issued by the trusted entity. Ooh, I don't trust this trusted entity already. They're calling themselves the trusted entity. They're called the General Secretariat of Digital Administration. Yeah, not trustable. Sorry. They say they will not generate a trace of the request, according to sources. They promise that they won't. There'll be no record of your wank tokens is what they're saying. Okay, you want to keep peeing on my brain and telling me it's rain? Go right ahead. It says to enter the app or to use a credential, the user must identify himself each time with their fingerprint, facial recognition, or a code or a pattern. I just want to know who's watching porn for some strange reason. That's exactly what this is. But why? What are their motives? I have no idea. No clue. Government's motives are to either A, pick your pocket, or B, control you. So it's one of those things. You know, maybe they're somehow making some scratch on this. Or maybe, maybe it is straight up control as it seems to be. They're getting your information. They know who you are, your fingerprint, et cetera, et cetera. Anyways, how'd you like to be the person that's got to reach out to these people and tell them that they can no longer wank? I'm with the wank police. We just want to let you know your tokens have expired and you're not allowed to wank anymore. Wanking too much over there. 30 tokens in 30 days. You used your 30 tokens up in 30 minutes, sir. A German city renames itself after Taylor Swift ahead of her tour. We have a city in Western Germany that's temporarily changing their name to honor Taylor Swift's upcoming Eras tour shows. The town is called Gelsenkirchen. The mayor of Gelsenkirchen, did I say that correctly? Gelsenkirchen! The mayor of Gelsenkirchen, Karin Welch, she approved the renaming proposal of Swiftkirchen. So it went from Gelsenkirchen to Swiftkirchen. Swiftkirchen. This is ahead of the pop stars' performances, which will be July 17th to the 19th, so a little over a week. The city will welcome tens of thousands of fans who are expected to come to her shows July 17th, 18th, and 19th. The city is preparing for the events by putting up signs with the new name of their city, Swiftkirchen. Swiftkirchen. Imagine being so big that they name a city after you just for your arrival. This is like unbelievable. That's how huge this lady is. Nobody changed their city to Beatlestown. I'm just going to say that right now. And the Beatles were the biggest thing. Nobody changed their city to Elvisville. I don't think so. Anybody know of that? Maybe Elvisville was a thing. Or Elvis Hamlet. You think someone? Listen, if I go on a tour, you think anyone's naming the closet after me? Like if I come to your city, you're gonna name your closet after me? Because Weird AF News closet. I'll come and record an episode in your closet if I come. You just have to name your closet after me for the rest of it. The Jonesy. You could just call it Jonesy's hole. Jonesy's hole. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that's not a great name for that. Okay, back to the story. I'm out of my mind. Sorry, got a lot of caffeine running through my face. The city's preparing for not just caffeine, I'm not lying, there's other things. The city's preparing for the events by putting up signs with the new name of the city. As I've said, it's Swiftkirchen. Let's have a moment where we all say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Swiftkirchen. I live in Swiftkirchen. Imagine saying you're the mayor of Swiftville. I'm the mayor of Swifty Town. Sounds like you guys don't do a lot of work over there. No, we just listen to Taylor Swift all day long in the city hall. Okay. Now, this word Swiftkirchen translate in German it translates to Swift's church. Oh, the Church of Swifty. That's amazing. Yeah, she is like a religion, man. It's a cult of personality here for sure. People are out of their minds over her. They will follow her to the ends of the earth. You see how much money they hand over to her? You see how much money? Then just just take a moment and look what it costs to go to a Taylor Swift Eras Tour show. Like, I'm talking nosebleed seats, bro. Nosebleed seats. You don't even got to be down on the floor. No. Get some nosebleeds and see how much that's going to set you back. You think Disney's robbing the citizens? No. Taylor Swift is robbing the citizens for sure. But hey, I don't knock people who want to go see Swift. I don't knock the Swifties that want to go see Swift. Not at all. Hey, look if this is your God, you got to make your pilgrimage to the church. The Swift church. The Swiftkirchen. The decision to temporarily change the city's name was taken after Alshani Westhoff from Emmerich, a fan of Taylor, started a petition and even wrote to the mayor about the idea. They have already installed the sign at the entrance to the town that says Swiftkirchen. And the head of the city's public relations department said, "Today is the starting signal. We will be installing many more signs in highly frequented places in Gelsenkirchen in the coming days." Wait, the city's public relations department is still calling it Gelsenkirchen. What's wrong with you? Markus Schwadman, that's his name. Markus Schwadman is still calling it Gelsenkirchen. Don't you know the name? Swiftkirchen. Off with his head. Anyone who calls it Gelsenkirchen for the next 2 weeks, off with the head. I was in place of off with their head, I was going to say something else very morbid, but I refrained from doing that, guys. This is Jonesy, like, working it out, right? You know what I mean? Like, I want to go to some dark places sometimes on the podcast, but I kind of keep it pretty tame for the most part. My stand-up comedy is a bit darker, I will admit. Now, Taylor Swift is going to receive her own stone on the Gelsenkirchen Walk of Fame. I'm sure that'll mean everything to her. It's going to be alongside local notables like soccer coach Rudy Assauer. Rudy Assauer. It sounds like a perverted late-night talk show. Hi, I'm Rudy Assauer with The Ass Hour. Tonight we're going to be talking about where have you stamped your porn passport this year. Okay, and then there's also along the Gelsenkirchen Walk of Fame is some writer named Ilse Kibgis. I don't know who these people are. It's not much of Walk of Fame. Fame should be in quotes here. Definitely Taylor Swift getting her own thing, though. That's good for the town. The German city is also going to host a big open-air Taylor Swift party, which has been named Taylor Town. It's going to feature lots of karaoke, tattoos, a market, anything related to the star. One of the poorest cities in Germany, Gelsenkirchen, is a former coal mining town that's never recovered from the decline of its main industry. How about that? Well, this is great that she would go to this little town. How about that? This little town, one of the poorest cities in Germany. You would think that Taylor Swift would just fly over this one. No. Taylor Swift is like, what's the poorest place in Germany? I'm going there. I'm going to give these people some smiles. She probably never imagined they would name the town after her. Or maybe she ran a contest in Germany, like, anyone... Whatever town agrees to name their province after me, I will arrive. It could be like a competition to name multiple things in your town after her, and then she agrees to come. So, yes, Taylor, we have named all of the town after you, and all of the dogs have been changed. Their names are now Swifty. So every time you see a dog, here, little Swifty, here, little Swifty, all the dogs are after you. And the best sandwich shop named a sandwich after you as well. And lastly, we have actually named the garbage dump after you. It's called the Smelly Swifty Garbage Dump. So now will you come to our town? Gelsenkirchen? Now, the article ends by saying this isn't the only time a city's changed its name to honor Taylor Swift and her Eras Tour. At the beginning of the tour in March last year, Arizona's Glendale was temporarily named Swift City in honor of the singer's tour stop in that city. So Glendale, Arizona called themselves Swift City. I didn't hear about that. Enough of that. Paramedics advise not to shoot fireworks from your orifices. Now, I know this is post 4th of July, and I should have covered this story prior to the 4th of July. I didn't notice it till after 4th of July, and I just thought it was funny. I thought it was... isn't it just straight up awesome that in America we have to tell people not to shoot fireworks from their orifices or at their loved ones? This is kind of like the world we live in now. Anyways, I thought I could have a little fun with this, although it is post 4th of July. Because, part of the show is just laughing at the ridiculousness of our own behaviors. Lighting off your own fireworks on the 4th of July is all fun and games until someone loses a finger or two. This is according to the Wyoming paramedics, who spend Independence Day every year treating patriotic-fueled burns and worse. By worse, I think they mean a lot of missing digits. It's a big day for missing digits, 4th of July. There's a lot of nubs going on, a lot of nubbery in the lobby of a medical emergency room. You see a lot of nubbery. Is that a word, nubbery? I'm a member of the nubbery. Here's my nubbery card. Well, I can't get it out of my wallet because I'm all nubs. If you could just grab it, it's in my back pocket. I'm a member of the nub crew, the nubby police. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make fun of people who have lost their digits shooting off fireworks. Sometimes accidents happen, but sometimes it's just pure stupidity. Like, let's be real. There's really people out there that are like, come on, man, it's my God-given right to launch rockets from my bunghole. I want to launch a Roman candle from my mouth. We fought a war for this, you know? So, you got those people, and then you got the perverts who just can't help putting things in their orifices. Like, you cannot infringe on my sexual expression this Independence Day. If I want to light bottle rockets out of my orifices, then I will do so, and you can't tell me what to do, government. USA! USA! Now, in case you're wondering whether or not this is a problem, the Consumer Product Safety Commission reports that about 10,000 people in the U.S. are seriously hurt by fireworks every year. There's always an increase in fireworks-related injuries around the 4th of July, as you would expect. While the thought of losing a finger or two or a whole hand to an exploding firework is pretty grotesque, the threat of serious injury is real. And in Wyoming, people treated by paramedics suffer a wide range of explosive backlash, apparently. They got one guy named Eric who has worked as a paramedic throughout Wyoming for several years. He's seen at least one finger lost to an exploding fireworks. That's it, Eric? Come on, man. You got to do better than that. He says, I've seen one amputation as well. A lot of the times what we have to deal with is eye injuries and severe burns. So the Wyoming paramedics want you to know, they advise you not to shoot fireworks from your orifices or at other people. I think it's lovely that the paramedics care about our orifices. At least the Wyoming paramedics do. Florida paramedics, on the other hand, they're like, do what you want, guys. It's Florida. Pew, pew. We're used to orifices in public. The Wyoming paramedics hope that the Wyomingites will retain their sparks of common sense this 4th of July. That's why they made the announcement. Today I learned they call them Wyomingites. At least this article does. Can anyone confirm this? Wyomingites. This is the first I've heard of that. I don't know what I thought they would be called. Wyomingonians? Wyoming? The W crew? I don't know. Anyways, they reinforce that you shouldn't shoot fireworks from your orifices. My question is, what if you don't have arms and you want to participate in the fireworks display? What do you do then? It leaves you no choice to, shoot it out of your mouth or out your ears, perhaps. Question: can you still catch them in your orifices? I don't know what you guys are into, but I'm wild on 4th of July. All right, I thought I'd have some fun and create another song. This one about the dangers of lighting fireworks out of your butt. So this is called Don't Light the Fuse. I hope you enjoy this.
4th of July coming round, fireworks lighting up the town, people shooting sparks in the sky, but stop a moment and ask why. Don't light the fuse, night, but your body's no place for that light. Laughing and shouting in summer's haze, but safety's gotta be the craze. Don't light the fuse, don't be a fool. Fireworks are dangerous tools. Keep them high, keep them far. Your body's no launching star. Wise up and listen, heed the call. Once it's lit, there's no time to stall. Hospital beds ain't the place to be. Keep the fun, but do it safe and free. Friends and family gather round, want you safe and sound in this town. Celebrate, but use your head. 4th of July, ain't for hospital beds. Gather round, want you safe and sound in this town. Celebrate, but use your head. 4th of July ain't for hospital beds.
Hello, my friends and loyal listeners of the Weird AF News podcast. Thanks for spending another episode with me and Weird AF News. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, or follow it or like it. I guess it depends on the sort of application you're using to take in this podcast. Maybe you're listening on YouTube even. That's a thing. Speaking of which, I had a couple of nice comments on YouTube. Let's see here. It's from user Adam Anderson, 1856, who made a nice comment on the Weird AF News podcast on YouTube. He wrote, "Best news podcast on the internet." And then he made a second comment on another episode, "Best closet podcast in the universe." So Adam Anderson knows what's up. So we want to give a shout out to Adam Anderson. Thank you for the comments on YouTube. It's very rare that I get positive comments on YouTube, so that's very, very nice, especially on my stand-up comedy. I had to stop, maybe I've even said this before, I had to stop reading the comments on my stand-up comedy clips on YouTube because they're so horribly mean. I mean, so mean. But for the most part, the comments on the Weird AF News podcast on YouTube, it's pretty good. They're pretty good, so that's nice. Also, give thanks and praise to Steve Bow, who just became a member of the Patreon. So we want to show some love for Steve Bow. Steve is showing the utmost generosity and support for Weird AF News by deciding to become a member of the Patreon. Steve Bow is now can be called a patron of the arts. So now this is good news, Steve. When you die, on your gravestone, you can actually you can actually say, among other things, Steve was a patron of the arts. Maybe not on your gravestone, but definitely during a eulogy. That could be, someone could say that. You know, that little article in the newspaper when you pass away. Steve Bow was also a patron of the arts, being a member of the Weird AF News Patreon for a number of seasons. So we appreciate that. Anyway, Steve, get into the Patreon. Check it out. You can expect a message from me saying what's up and thanking you for joining. I'm also giving you this shout out. I hope you hear it. Please enjoy the extra content in the Patreon. There's some good stuff in there. And I'm going to begin putting in bonus episodes. I'm bringing back the bonus episodes, guys, because I think they were a hit, but I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've done bonus episodes because the comedian that was my partner in that little project has moved away. He moved away to Tennessee a while ago. But I found some other people who I think I could use for that, and so I'll just be putting bonus episodes in there, and that'll be a lot of fun. Anyways, shout out to Steve. If you guys want to join the Patreon like Steve Bow, a patron of the arts, go to weirdafnews.com where you can click on the Patreon banner, or you can buy Jonesy a coffee, or you can just download the Patreon app on your smartphone, do a search for Weird AF News there. That's pretty easy. Okay, if you'd like to call the show, let's do this. Call the show 646-450-2012. If you would like to email the show, it's funnyjones@gmail.com. So I guess that's all the information you need, I think. Yeah. Be good to yourself.